My name is Rob Mendenhall, and I am the owner of the Forge Training Center. We are a martial arts facility. We offer Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, kickboxing, firearms training, you name it, we got it. Fitness, conditioning, all kinds of stuff. We started in a small, I would say probably 2,000 square foot open bay. Um, and we were doing everything paperwork wise. Actually, we started out just cash and writing everything into a book. And it got real difficult to remember who needed to pay, who has paid, who hasn't paid. Then we transitioned to a card system that would bill automatically. And that was a huge improvement for where we had come from. And it would bill. We didn't have to worry about that. But we had people that would maybe cancel their card or didn't have money in their account, and so I would have to go in every month and kind of double check, make sure it withdrew the right money from the right people, keep track of who was paying, who wasn't paying, and everything was paperwork. I had it was like a 6-page packet that they had to take with them, fill out, bring back with card information, emergency contact, and then I had to file all that stuff. I had to input all the information into the computer. Then I was putting it into a spreadsheet so I could keep track of who expired when, their account numbers. Um, and at the time, it seemed like it wasn't that big of a deal. Our rent, and I'll be just completely honest and transparent, our rent at the time was only 900 bucks. We were using a business partner of mine's family member's facility. We were only paying 900 a month. So putting the time into inputting that information and keeping track of that information wasn't that difficult, wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't think. We moved into a much larger facility. We're sitting on 4,000 plus square feet. We are right in town, and we pay close to $3,400 a month in rent. And that's not including utilities, electric, internet, and everything else we have going on here. But so our rent jumped a massive amount. My business partner pulled out of the business, said he got busy doing other things, and so he said, I'm kind of stepping out. So that put the entire workload on myself and my wife, who we just had a baby. When we were transitioning into the new, I guess we had the baby for about a year, transitioning to the new facility. And I was working private security at the time. I was doing some construction on the side to supplement the money that the gym wasn't making on its own. Because we were making enough money to pay the 900 rent and growing. We were making good money. Then when we moved into the new facility, we weren't making enough. And so I was doing a bunch of side jobs, odd and end jobs, working 12, 15 hours a day outside of the gym in order to make sure the gym was paid for. And got plugged in with Gym Insight. And the biggest thing off the jump is it frees me up. I don't have to be inputting information, double checking information, seeing who it's billing, who it's not billing, what payments went through, what didn't go through, who's expired, who isn't, whose contract's up, who isn't. That's huge in and of itself. That gives me time to post on social media. That gives me time to make videos like this. And that was huge. The other big thing was even in our old facility and when we moved here before we had Gym Insight, it was me having to ask the other coaches, the other trainers, to make sure people were filling out the paperwork, not only for the money aspect, but like waivers are super important when you're involved in martial arts. And so it was like pulling teeth sometimes to keep them on the ball. They just want to teach, they just want to train, and it was hard for me to really like push them into getting people to sign paperwork and taking paperwork home and giving them more of a responsibility. We got hooked up with Gym Insight, and all it is there's a link on our website. It's a button. You just click on it, and boom, takes you right to all the different options we have. We've got individual options, family options, long-term, short-term, you name it. And so all my coaches, and they just have to say, hey, check out this website, or hey, text Rob, and then I send them the link, and it's easy, right? We're in the age of technology, so instead of having to do paperwork and, oh, I lost a page, oh, I didn't see, I had to sign that, and then it's pulling teeth to get them to come back in and sign stuff, and so it freed me up, and then it was easy for my coaches. My coaches didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to worry about filing paperwork and inputting the information. Once they put their information in it, boom, that payment's coming in. My wife and I, my wife is, she kind of got sucked into being administration for the gym. She can manage a lot of stuff from home. We made scan tags. So when people come in, they can scan a card. It helps us keep track of who's coming, what classes they're attending, and then they can use that little scan card and go to, we partnered with some small businesses around town, and they get discounts at different places. So my wife can manage all that stuff at home. She doesn't have to be at the gym inputting files. When we did paper stuff, I would have to drive to the gym, go through my paperwork, find what I was looking for, or file new paperwork. Now we can just jump online, see whose account's messed up, who's not. As soon as I open the app, it tells me if there's any discrepancies with any accounts or anything's going wrong. One thing that's nice is I used to have to put everything into an Excel spreadsheet. I would have to type everything out on my own, input who was paying what, how long the term their membership was, when it expired, how long they wanted to be here, and then it would. That was how I projected how much I would make the next month, and I would have to adjust that constantly. Gym Insight does that for us. We can go into our finances tab, click, boom. This is how much you made last month. This is what you're projected to make this month. And then as new memberships roll in, that projected amount goes up for whatever the time frame is. And so like this morning, I looked November 1st to November 30th. This is what was made. Then December 1st to December 31st, it's already up because of new memberships rolling in. And so that was a huge help. Another easy thing is as soon as you log in, it'll tell us who hasn't paid or if there's a discrepancy. And the nice part about that is the system it alerts them and lets them know as long as all their information that they put in there is correct. But it kind of gives us a reason to reach out and build relationship with more of the people who train here. And so we reach out, hey, how you doing? Like for us, it was, hey, how you doing? Hope your Thanksgiving was well. Just wanted to let you know, something's up with your account. Your payment didn't go through. Just double checking, making sure all was right. And we've had a few in the last 2 months where that's happened. And one, it was, hey, got a lot of stuff going on with family and issues and stuff. And so it was like, okay, hey, we totally understand. We're going to help you out and build on that relationship. And then one of them was like, I have no idea, don't know what's going on. I'll be in tomorrow night. And then over the phone, they fixed it and we got it taken care of. So that was nice and easy. All the information's in one place. All of our membership stuff is all in one place. It's easy to understand. The way we had it on paperwork, you can only fit so much stuff on paper. You can keep typing, but then instead of a 6-page contract and a waiver, it turns into 10, 15, and then you're paying for printing all that. And you got to file all that and copy it. It got to be a lot, and so now you click on whatever you're interested in. Like let's say our family membership, you click on the family membership, and it describes everything that you're going to gain by having our family membership. You can hit back button and get the next one without having all of the information. You can kind of click and get the version of it that you want. And one thing that for my wife is like a hardcore organization freak. For her, the biggest part is that it's very well organized, easy to manage, and she can manage it from anywhere. So she is at home currently with our 1.5-year-old and our 8-year-old, and I can call her and say, hey, can you check into this? Can you look into this? Because she's the savvy one. And she can do it from home. She doesn't have to come down here and go through files with me and take care of all that. And so for us, we moved into this space in July. We started the move in June. We officially moved in July of 2021. I was working 5 to 6 days a week, working 12-hour shifts all the way in Indianapolis, which is I was on the other side of Indianapolis, so it was a little over an hour from Lafayette where I live. Um, and so I was doing, so you're talking 12 to 15 hours just on my drive down, work, and drive back, doing security work down there just to be making enough money to make sure the gym's bills were getting paid and my own bills were getting paid. And I was overwhelmed. I had people wanting to join. I couldn't be here to give them paperwork. I couldn't just leave the doors unlocked so they could come in and get paperwork. I was trying to put the information on our website. The website would crash, or I didn't have internet, or eventually I got so tired it was like I just need to sleep. I'm trying to teach, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to grow my gym. I'm dying, I'm falling apart. And actually, my first call with Gym Insight was at the location I was working at, and we talked. He ran me through it, and I'm a super skeptical person. Like, man, surely this doesn't work as well as you're saying. Surely it's not as good as you're saying. It's not going to help my gym grow like you're saying. I've heard all the gimmicks. I've heard it all for all these years. I let my wife hear the pitch, and my wife is a skeptic as well on certain things, especially when it comes to her husband just took this massive financial leap of faith, and now I'm bringing up potentially spending more money, and it has been an absolute blessing to us that now I don't have to worry about if I'm in the gym. Somebody can call me. I can give them all the information right over the phone. They can check it out. And I'm spending less time working and more time in my gym, which was the goal this whole time, simply because of how easy it is. People want easy, people want accessible and quick, and our gym is growing faster than it ever has. And we've been doing this. We started this gym in 2015. It is now 2021, and we've been in this location since July. And from July to December, we've had more growth than we did in probably 3 years. I'm not, the location helps. Offering new programs helps. Having a really easy way for people to get signed up helps. But if it wasn't for me being able to get members while I was working out of town, we would not be in the position that we are in. And so, Gym Insight has been a huge help in that. And the last thing, I do not want to forget this. I don't even want to say customer service, but I want to say the relationship that we established, me, myself, and my wife, and everybody over at Gym Insight that worked with us. We worked with a few different people. Man, everybody, it's not this like, oh, I'll get back to your email when I'm in the office. In fact, this morning it was like, hey, shooting a text. Man, I'm having trouble finding this file that we talked about when you first told me about Gym Insight, and got a text within minutes. Dude probably just woke up and was like, yeah, I'll respond to him. Like, we have that kind of relationship. It does not feel like, okay, we got them, they're part of it, they're paying us. We won't talk to them anymore. They told us in the beginning, and I was kind of like, yeah, right, dude, forget it. That like we'd become friends over the next couple months and be texting, and they would answer any questions we had when we had questions, and really help us grow. And it wasn't a lie. I didn't believe it. I was like, man, I'm not even going to reach out. It's going to take too long to hear back. And then I'd get frustrated because I couldn't find it. And in fact, I'd waste time. And then I'd shoot a text or make a phone call, and like, bang, we got answers. Or my wife would call because I was busy sleeping between shifts. And man, it has just been an amazing. And they're adding new stuff every time. I feel like every time I log in, it's like, oh, hey, check out this new feature that's been added. So that's where it is. Go ahead, check out our website, theforgetc.com. Scroll down, click sign up here. You'll see our gym site, Gym Insight kind of link. And then I will try to put together a little portfolio where you guys can see where we started and where we are now. And a lot of the reason for our success and the growth has been the ease and the lighting of the load that Gym Insight has been able to do for us. And to be honest, it is super affordable. I don't even really notice the cost of any of it, and it has definitely paid for itself tenfold. So this is Rob from the Forge Training Center in Lafayette, Indiana, and I hope that Gym Insight can help you as well as it helped me.